I made a shocking discovery today when I was hanging out over at MEUK's Discord server.
Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Well, are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Are we gonna keep on fighting? Are we gonna keep on dividing? Well,
Sound level.
Of his lies.
So you stop being the
I'm in no position to do
but the
anything like
reason
that.
for it is so
If you're in that position, Cosmo, then why don't you bless him and forgive him? If you're in that position, to
I mean,
decide.
Rocky,
But I'm not. I'm just a normal guy.
Well,
So
Rocky, I accept your apology. That actually hurt me because I was fighting for it, and I accept your apology.
well, Jeremy, why did you immediately fight for the thing that Rakia said without any evidence of your own? Is it just because Rakia said it?
This is the point there, Cosmo. You're being the accuser now.
Or did you actually have the evidence
just accusing him.
to back him up? That was a question for Jeremy, and that Cosmo was trying to talk about.
I accept your apology, Rocky. Yeah.
Jeremy does not speak on all of us when he accepts your apology, FYI.
Yeah, Jeremy, that was a question for you. Since you immediately started defending and backing up Rakia without any evidence, why did you do that? Is it just because Rakia is on your side of the argument and that your bias means that you were leaning on that side? Or why would you defend him without any evidence at all?
He made a very compelling case.
But you had no evidence, so you must trust Rakia more than hard evidence, right?
People came in immediately and showed exactly the right information, and you immediately dismissed that and stuck with Rakia's bad information.
I mean,
which was obviously
kind of
illogical.
Sounds like he's making a judgment based on the evidence that he has at hand, no matter how limited it would be.
And the source.
I had one person's evidence.
And the source.
All right,
the confirmation bias made it so that he trusts Rakia over the 10 people in the room telling
he's
him
just
that
making
Rakia
that
was
discernment
lying.
based on the evidence that he has. It might be a little. Of course, there's bias, right? There's bias. Everywhere.
That's a good one.
Let's move on because this is like extremely boring.
Jeremy, you took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say, all right, Cosmo, all right. I mean, we've had like 20, 30 minutes. I mean, you just want to accuse him.
I haven't had 20 or 30 minutes, actually. But,
it has been, it's been 23 minutes.
You just got it here. So are you in the position to forgive Rakia or what?
Yeah, I mean, if he's made a mistake, I mean, I think we all make mistakes, right? And if someone's apologizing for that.
Intentionally lying to somebody is not a mistake.
But more importantly, we've got Bev here.
Malice.
Long time we haven't discussed things. Bev, are you here? Or are you here?
How's it going? He doesn't know what a lie is. I mean,
hey, Bev.
It's just lying is intentionally deceiving. Yeah.
I trust Dave.
I guess it's called trolling here online.
I think they want to just carry on accusing.
Yeah, they do. That's all they seem to do. Personal stuff. Well,
how's it going,
Bev? Curvature.
Yeah, where's the drop?
Does anyone hear Bev trying to say hello to you guys?
Hello, Bev. Hello.
He needs to turn his mic up a bit. Chemo is quite low.
Yeah, you might.
Bev.
Yeah,
turn it up a little.
What curvature are you guys talking about?
Cosmo can measure it. Easy, right, Cosmo?
Rakia mentioned curvature, so he can probably back that up, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny how y'all don't mention curvature at all, like measuring curvature. So we like
Well, I think Rocky is saying the curvature isn't there, so.
Isn't there?
That's cool. Well, he can show his measurements then.
Yeah, Cosmo says he can
I watched my
measure
new
it.
radar become blind at distances. Oh man, it's kind of cool. I had lots of evidence this week of the curve.
What'd you say, Bev?
I said Cosmo's claimed he can measure it easily.
Oh, there we go.
Right, Cosmo?
Bev, you're awfully low, Bev.
Tried to tell you, Chemo.
Turn him up.
No, it sounds all right to me. I've not done anything different. Do you want me to change?
You guys need to turn his volume up.
Discord's been playing up though, Bev. It's a lot of people who normally sound good have been.
Well, if you've been in here for 5 days straight, maybe you should log out and log back in.
You talking to me?
I don't know. Who are you?
I think you just need to right-click on your volume and just turn it up.
On Discord?
That would be cool.
I'm the one who doesn't attack strangers. You're obviously the opposite.
Cosmonaut, is what Bev's saying is accurate? You said you can measure the curvature.
Yeah. It's all on Twitter. I showed all my evidence, but now I'm jumping on a conference call, so I'll be in and out.
Go.
Oh, he's gonna run away now.
All right, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm not running away there, Cleary. But thanks for playing, though.
Come on,
Cosmo.
Come on, Cosmo. You want to talk to me, don't you?
No, I have fucking work to do. Hello.
Of course you have. Of course you have. Just when we all come in.
I know you guys don't work, but some of us have to. So we have to pay into the welfare that you guys suck out of. So
that's an ad hom fallacy. That's terrible.
So there's one in the debate chat box.
Dick, Cosmo.
He's been here for 5 days.
Plum levels, right? Cosmo. They do it daily.
Yeah, he deafened. He ran away.
Yeah,
as usual.
Does.
Well, he might be back. I mean, he's in and out. He's never here the whole time. So, I mean, give him the benefit of the doubt. If he's not back before
you said that right.
If he's not
right, he's never here the whole time. Sure.
No, he's hardly ever here. I catch him at weirdest hours, like now.
Yeah, his brain's usually elsewhere, as it normally is.
I mean, I see him in the chat, but whether he's actually taking part in the voice call, it's quite seldom. But I guess I have some questions to Bev, unless he's got an opening statement.
The curvature of the Earth, brackets, water, land, whatever, can be easily measured a few hundred yards apart using reciprocal zenith angle measurements. I think 500 plus yards or so is ideal. That's Cosmo.
I said done.
How many other people do you know that can measure curvature?
Who cares? Don't you just need one?
Pardon?
Right, so interesting.
So Cosmo's one of your sources now, is he, for measuring curvature?
I got 3 that I've seen do that. So.
You've got 3 that have measured curvature.
Scott, what is it, Scott?
There we go.
Go on,
I can predict.
We're going on the board. Come on, let's have the names, please.
I remember Scott and what's his name?
Scott.
Yep, Scott.
Scott.
It's one really popular in the flat Earth arena.
Scott.
Larry Scott.
Larry Scott, yes.
Larry Scott. Right. Okay. And who's that that's just said that?
That was Moyak.
Jeranism. Jeranism also.
Moyak. And who's the other one?
Who said that? Was it Moyak? Yeah.
Yeah, Moyak.
Yeah, are you deaf?
I wouldn't take what Moyak's what I've stories for you. You really want
No, you've seen it too, Timo. We showed it to you. What's the problem?
Oh no, I've got a big thing here now, and we're getting the globe model defender's source of info on level curvature.
How's your test coming?
So you've got Moyak has gone for Larry Scott.
How's your test coming?
Jeranism.
Jeranism?
Jeranism too. Jeranism for curvature.
Did he?
You remember Jeranism in Behind the Curve documentary?
Yeah. Okay. Well, if I get a chance to talk to Jeranism, he's not really a qualified surveyor, though, is he? So
actually, that's my line of questioning there, Bev. When you got a moment.
Yeah. If you'll just anybody else that want to put the name down, if anybody else got any other
the main surveyor?
The main surveyor
right,
I'd go with.
Who's that? Who said
the
that?
The one you debated.
Yeah. Who said that?
Jeff is his name.
Yeah. Who said that though? I need to put your name down as you've.
This is Sheeple's Phoenix.
Sheeple.
We've spoken before. Yeah.
Okay.
Sheeple's an ex-flat earther.
Oh, right.
There's no such thing.
Well, he was a flat earther, and now
I was never a flat earther. I was in the community, but was obviously never convinced by the rhetoric.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your naming. Yes.
Here's a question I just got to ask you. I just mentioned the main surveyor. Now, you debated him for,
Jeff.
I think, about 3 hours. Is that correct?
No, he chickened off at about an hour or so, I think.
All right, he
ran away when we put the water level next to the horizontal marks on the posts.
He ran away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like cosmonauts just ran away.
Yeah, just like that.
He may have skipped away. I don't know.
Oh, I've got to go. Pretty much like that. Yeah. Go on. What else were you saying?
Right. So in that, I haven't watched it. We watched a bit of that debate.
Okay,
so I obviously haven't watched the entirety of it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I really don't like it, Bev. You did it in the debate.
The one that
from
you
what
didn't
I heard,
really
from
watch.
the little bit that I heard.
Yeah.
From the little bit I heard, you're doing that same little niggly talking while I'm talking, halfway through when I'm talking. It's really
You're not
annoying.
saying anything though, so
you're not
But
saying anything.
Here's the thing: from the little bit I heard, was you getting told by the main surveyor, "No, that's incorrect. No, that's incorrect." You admitted also that you've got no qualification.
sorry, what was I incorrect about? Can you just clarify that for the people that obviously didn't hear the bit that you did hear when you didn't hear much of it? That bit.
Actually,
what was he saying that I was wrong about?
Everything that you spoke about. You talk about horizontal planes. He had to correct you on that.
Had to correct me about a horizontal plane. What did I have wrong about a horizontal plane?
I don't have the.
It's a plane in the position of a horizontal, right?
Yes, but the way that you said he had to have this.
Was I wrong about that?
No, we don't have to have that. You were basically creating premises that
you must have 1 point, Sheeple. You must have 1 point.
Yeah, his point is he's arguing from ignorance about something he didn't even watch.
One thing you remember. Come on.
The fact that curvature is not taken into account. That's one thing. When
taking a measurement. Yeah, it isn't.
And the main surveyor explained to you, no, they do take.
No, they don't. You just look.
Even in planar surveying, they did.
You just take a
and
measurement.
Then he asked you for your qualifications, and you said none. Then he asked you for the books you have on surveying.
What qualifications are you talking about?
You said none. And then he proceeded to read
the
from book.
What are you talking
it's annoying,
about?
Isn't it?
I have a qualification though.
They're used to doing this in here.
I have a qualification. Why would I say I don't have any qualification?
Actually, Emma, it was Bev talking all over Reese.
Exactly.
Yeah, it happens daily when you
and then Bev just started shouting his name out.
But he said that I said I didn't have a qualification. I do have a qualification, so therefore I would never have said I do not have a qualification. I was just correcting him. You're all right with that?
You were then asked. Then you were then asked where your books are. You said you have no books, or was that a lie too?
I have no surveying textbooks from 20 years ago.
You insinuated whether he was a professional surveyor or not. You also are not a professional surveyor.
Did he prove anything?
Am I correct on that?
Did he prove anything that he was a professional surveyor? Anyway, by anything he said last night?
Well, the fact he said he was licensed, and if you
so
should be able to look him up.
That's enough for you, is it?
Nice.
No,
we know.
License means that he's registered somewhere.
If he said that, wow, that's pretty.
Wow,
right
yeah, he did. He definitely said that.
No, it means it's check.
That means it's real, right?
Information.
Go on then.
No, we
let's
can't
check
do
it.
that because that's doxing.
Bev, are you actually sitting here saying that because he didn't show you his license on camera, you're not going to believe anything
I'd say
he says?
He has never proved by anything, even his knowledge on surveying, to me, that he is a professional surveyor.
And
yes, I would say that.
And what is your qualification to say that he's never said anything that would be...
a human being can acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Have
you watched any of his videos?
That's not right.
Have you watched any of his videos?
I thought this was a discussion. You know, because
there is
quite a lot of people in the room.
It was between Biv directly.
Now.
It was Biv who was questioned, so Biv needs to answer.
You said that I said I didn't have any
if we're going to play by those
qualifications.
rules, I will pay more attention to who's saying what then, and we'll keep... No, carry on.
The question was premised with Biv, so who needs to answer but Biv is my point.
Okay, go on. Go with the question again then.
It wasn't me talking.
Okay, well, whoever had the question, please, can you restate the question?
Which question was it? I've been out for a few minutes. I've been out for about 30 seconds. Discord.
It's your question, Brian.
Wow.
Oh, what are your qualifications that make it to where you can discern whether or not he said anything that a geodetic surveyor would say?
Sorry, what? Sorry, say that again.
What are your qualifications that you can determine whether or not he said anything that a geodetic surveyor would or would not say?
Right. Is that what some sort of a qualification to understand what a qualified surveyor would say on Twitter about what they do? Yeah? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asking you, what are your qualifications
he has
to evaluate things that he has said?
Okay, I have a surveying qualification, land surveying qualification, right? Now, when I did that land surveying qualification, level was horizontal. Still is. Now,
I'm not
Jeff,
certain that that's the case.
Jeff
especially
has said
since it was read to you
it
from a
is
one-on-one
not
from
horizontal.
Especially since when he read to you from an entry-level textbook
yes.
in the subject that said
He
that
read
level
out of a
was
book, and he
flat.
also said that he was a licensed surveyor, right? Didn't he?
So are you claiming that you got different? Are you got
This
claiming you
fucking
got different
level
training than
shit
anybody else?
again. Oh my god, kill me now.
Nah, you're all right.
Do it yourself.
Chris, don't be rude. Warning. Carry on.
Don't be rude. How's that rude? It's boring.
Chris, you've got your tech room if you want to talk tech stuff. Come on,
Rumpus has put an ixnay on the this
I'm allowed to
conversation
comment
now,
on it,
right?
Kimo?
As Rumpus told you.
Kimo, I'm allowed to comment on it, right? Like fucking every time Bev's here, all he talks about is level and horizontal.
It's all anybody else. They're all get triggered, don't you?
What are you talking about, Chris? It's all flat Earth stuff, flat Earth related.
Right, but it's the same thing, right?
And
we've been over it ad nauseum.
Yeah, and
so let's go over it again then. Such fun.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll get somewhere.
You've not really. All of your surveyors have run off, haven't they? Nobody wants to talk about it.
All our surveyors, every single geodetic surveyor in the world ran away from Bev.
Yep,
they do.
Yep, they do. Dead right.
Maybe you need to petition to change the name of the server, Chris.
No. Maybe Bev needs to call up.
So you don't want to debate
a geodetic
flat Earth
surveyor,
and more?
like that guy.
Yeah, he does. He's just having a moan. He's got.
Why don't you bring Jesse or Larry Scott in here, guys?
Yeah.
Bring them on in.
You know, okay now, Chris.
Don't debate. They just grind out the same question over and over again, and when you answer it, they ask it again in a slightly different way.
Did you tell Rumpus to call Giorgio?
It's a tactic to avoid having to debate. That's what you got.
There you go.
Did you hear the debate yesterday, Gem? Gem, did you hear the debate?
Exactly what it is. It's you putting roadblocks up to proper debate, Bev. You do it all the time.
The debate is a tactic to not have to deal with the science.
It's not a debate. He said he doesn't do debates. He doesn't.
Look, Jeremy brings this up every day. Rakia brings this up every day. I don't understand why you're jumping on Bev when he's bringing it up. We hear this argument, horizontal, level, every single day.
Okay.
You've
So
got no drop.
I'm going to
You
give
got
an
no drop
example
horizontal.
This
I'm going to give an
You don't have
example.
it.
I'm going to get, like, he in the chat, right, this guy phones up a surveyor thinking he's going to get a gotcha. The surveyor's going to say, no, we don't need to account for curvature.
Yeah, you saw a cherry pick little segment of the big long video. Good for you.
Oh, he cherry picked the part where he said we need to account for curvature. How is that cherry picking? Was there another?
Jeff
Hold on.
said that last
hold
night
on.
as
Was there
well.
another? Hold on. Was there another part of the video where he said, no, we don't have to account for the curvature?
Yeah, when you call surveyors, they say the total opposite.
And the example I just gave.
Chris, he knew it was a flat Earth core. What do you expect? He said the Earth's not flat. He knows what's going on.
No, he never said anything.
He wasn't
about
being
that.
honest. That first guy was being honest.
Spars,
he wasn't an honest surveyor, Chris. Simple as that.
He never said.
Why did he talk about flat Earth? The guy didn't mention flat Earth, but the surveyor mentioned flat Earth.
Me, Kimo? Why are you over talking me?
I'm asking you a question. Why did the surveyor mention flat Earth?
I was. Well, first of all, he never said anything about flat Earth.
No, the surveyor said the Earth's not flat.
Well, that came up after he discovered what he was on about. But at the start, he didn't know that. He was asked, Kimo, you're over talking me and not allowing me to finish. And then you're interrupting my train of thought.
But you're going to keep saying the same thing over and over and over. Why don't you do you have a telephone? Pick up
because
the phone.
I've not been able to finish a thought. That's why.
Call a surveyor.
So you're going to chide me for saying the same thing over and over and over, but you're not going to do the same for Bev.
Oh, it's so boring. Stop.
What would be the point in picking up the telephone and calling the surveyor? Since if the surveyor says something that challenges your bias, you just say he's lying.
Can you not just ask the surveyor if level is horizontal?
What would be the point?
Because then you would find out.
If he says no, it's not. It curves around the globe. Then you guys would just say, "Oh well, he was lying." He would say that, wouldn't he? Like Chemo did.
How many surveyors have you got that say that?
Nothing to be derived from speaking to a surveyor, is there? Because whatever answer they give, the answer is the conclusion is the Earth's flat.
Right, but
so why bother phoning him in the first place?
You know, geometry is how you prove things, Gem. You'll be happy to know that McToons also thinks that you can have a triangle with more than 180 degrees. So you and him
do it on a basketball.
Can go and help Fight the Flat Earth make his new geometry. You can write it all up with him.
I don't think that's what he
spherical
says.
geometry. I don't think that's new, Bev.
That's not spherical. No.
It's called spherical
straight line triangles.
Yes. Spherical geometry.
Straight line triangles, right?
Already exists. No need for anyone to make it up or have a new type of geometry. It already exists.
What? No, straight line triangles only have 180 degrees.
But you're misrepresenting it.
Spherical geometry already exists, Ben.
Straight line triangles don't exist.
I asked you about straight line triangles.
Spherical.
I asked you about spherical geometry. Does it already exist?
There is, right? You can't draw a triangle on a ball.
Spherical geometry, Bev. Does it already exist?
Spherical geometry does exist. Yes, Jen.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, only good.
Let's describe an angle, please.
So, hold on. Before we do that, though, if spherical geometry already exists, why does Fight the Flat Earth and me and MC Toon need to invent a new type of geometry?
Because Fight the Flat Earth. Are you going to let me answer this, or are you just going to ask another question? All right.
The point is, why are you pretending that spherical geometry doesn't exist?
That's a different question. Right. Fight the Flat Earth says that straight lines curve, redefine straight lines as curves. He also says that parallel lines intersect.
I'm asking you about what you said. I don't care about Fight the Flat Earth.
Why
are you pretending?
He says straight line triangles because a triangle is three angles.
How easy it is to expose your dishonesty.
Gem, you are not exposing anything. You are just not saying
because you know
anything.
It'll make you look silly.
Gem, are we allowed to talk yet or not?
If we're having a conversation, but if I ask a question and then you just preach, no, I'm not going to allow that. We can have a conversation.
What was the question, Gem?
Where I say something and you respond.
What was the question? Because you doubled up onto a different question.
And then I respond to your response. We can have that.
You said, why do we need a new geometry? I was answering it. Do you want me to answer the question you asked?
I do, yes.
Okay.
But you weren't answering it in any
way. You and Fight the Flat Earth need a new geometry.
I'll ask the question again because you seem to be unclear about what the question was. The question was, why are you not Fight the Flat Earth? This has absolutely nothing to do with Fight the Flat Earth.
You said, why do we need a new geometry?
Listen, I'm still asking the question, okay? I'm just clarifying that the question has absolutely nothing to do with Fight the Flat Earth
down, Gem.
or anything that he has said.
You'll be bursting
it's all about
just calm down.
Why are you talking, Bev?
Because I don't want you to get upset.
If you're here to
Gem.
have a conversation.
I don't want you to get upset.
Right. So
shut up.
Again, the question is not about Fight the Flat Earth. Okay. Your answer should not include Fight the Flat Earth because it's not about Fight the Flat Earth.
Okay.
It's about you and why you are pretending that there's no such thing as spherical geometry.
I'm not pretending there's no such thing as spherical geometry.
Okay, so why did I have to ask the question 4 times to actually get you to even admit that there was such a thing? And why, prior to that, were you saying, in order to deal with a spherical triangle, we need to go and invent a new type of geometry?
Because...
So that sounds exactly like you were pretending there's no such thing.
Because, Gem, like I was saying with McToons the other day, and you cited triangles, so therefore you had a straight-sided triangle, right? Now, when you have a straight-sided triangle and say it has more than 180 degrees, that is not Euclidean geometry. So therefore you need
geometry, man.
It's got straight lines. You can't have straight lines, Gem, on a spherical object, can you? You can't define an angle without having 2 straight lines or planes for the inclination.
Why, after assuring me that you weren't pretending there's no such thing as spherical geometry,
you're imagining spherical geometry?
I'm still asking the question, Bev. Why, after telling me that you weren't pretending there was no such thing, did you immediately go straight back to pretending that there was no such thing?
Because we were talking about straight-sided triangles.
At no point did I say what you said.
Cited triangles on a mountain. Yes, you did.
Spherical excess.
Not with a cited triangle, Gem. I made it clear. A cited triangle with a theodolite. Cited.
Whatever.
That's straight lines, Gem.
If you came in with the first claim...
Gem, why don't you just run Bev through the triangle thing that you always say with the spherical excess?
No, that's the spherical triangle. I understand that, but you can't cite a triangle.
Because Jeremy, he's pretending that there isn't such a thing.
No, you can't cite a curved line.
To go, oh yes, I know about those, and then immediately say some statement like, but they're straight lines. Yeah. So I know about them, but in my next sentence, I'll pretend that I don't know about them.
Jim, just run him through how it works.
No, I'm not running him through anything. He's a retard. He's not here to have a conversation.
Ooh, wow, Jim.
Let's go back.
He's here to be a pain in the arse and try and make people angry. It's
Jim,
I'm not trying to make you angry, Jim. Do I make you angry?
Retarded shit over and over again. If you can demonstrate that the Earth's flat, Bev, go ahead.
Jim,
go ahead and do it.
I can prove to you it's not. There's topography.
Okay, Biv.
Whatever. Oh yeah, let's try that retarded.
Oh, another word game.
Wow,
let's pretend now that the term flat Earth means no mountains or valleys. Let's pretend that that's a
Do you know what flat is, Jem?
And when people say
two-dimensional
they mean
object,
an Earth
right?
with no mountains and valleys.
I don't know. I do. I know what flat is, and that's what I mean.
You're a retard. You can't even speak your own language.
Wow, Jem, this is a new one for you. Name calling.
Real quick, if anybody wants a land serving qualification, I'm handing out certificates.
You don't understand your own native language. You don't understand what a term like flat
I don't understand. That's twice. Come on, again.
You don't. You get it wrong every time. You're corrected over and over again, and you continue to get it wrong.
I continue to get
it wrong.
But when I say I'm not.
What reason do you have then, Bev, for continually pretending that the term flat Earth means an Earth with no mountains and valleys? Why do you do that?
No, I say flat means a two-dimensional object. Now, the Earth has topography. It is not two-dimensional. I can prove it with an auto level. I can show you an elevation change.
Yeah, but what? Look,
it's not flat.
I know that you're pretending that the phrase means that. I'm asking you, why are you pretending?
What do you think it means?
Listen. I'm not saying to demonstrate yourself pretending this again for me, Bev. I'm saying, why are you doing this pretend?
There's two words, right? Earth and flat. What do you mean by earth? Because I mean like the ground, the soil, the mountains, the valleys. That's the earth.
Jim,
right?
Can I just take us going through one point that he made in the very beginning, which seems to be where all of this is stemming from? Something you said right in the beginning.
Is that when Cosmo disappeared?
Well, but again,
No.
what he's done. Sorry.
No worries.
But what he's done in response to what I've said is just say the same thing again, and this is my point. He's not here to have a conversation.
No,
he's not
keep
addressing
telling me I'm something I'm not.
Shut up!
You keep saying the same thing over and over, Gem.
He's not addressing what I've said. He's not addressing the fact that the phrase "flat Earth" doesn't mean what he says it does in the English language.
So you know what it means then?
It just goes back round and pretends that it does mean that.
What does it mean then, Gem?
Goes and pretends that it does again.
Give us a refresher, please.
It means the overall Earth is flat. If you take the average, it will be generally flat.
There's no need.
But you guys say that level being horizontal is flat Earth, right?
I've corrected you on this point probably at least 6 times in the time that I've known you. That's about the last.
Brilliant.
At least 6 times.
Yeah.
And we both know that you're just playing a silly game. People call themselves flat earthers. There are documentaries.
I don't.
Listen. There are documentaries about the flat Earth.
Yeah. I'm not part of that, Gem.
There's a flat Earth. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you are or not.
Okay.
It's not about your personal definition of a word. It's about the generally understood definition of a word, or in this case, 2 words that make up a phrase.
Yeah.
It's not because
what's the definition then? Go. Come on, Gem.
That means it has a different meaning.
Yeah, well, go on. Give us the meaning, Gem. Don't leave everyone in suspense.
And you're pretending that it has a different meaning, and I wonder why are you doing that?
No, I'm just saying I don't go by flat earther because it's not flat.
I'm not calling you a flat earther. I don't care what you call yourself. We're talking about the meaning of the phrase.
Yeah, well, I'm very literal, right? So let's take the flat meaning 2-dimensional, should we?
So we could just Google then a definition for the Earth.
Flat.
Let's look up flat Earth.
Is there flat Earth in a dictionary, is there?
Probably a new one.
No, we're just doing Earth now, since you're so literal. And you're working off definitions. Let's just get the definition.
Somebody called Black Death a child abuser. Oh, who did that? Who's Black Death? Is he a bit racist?
Right, well, it says the planet on which we live. So you're agreed that it's a planet now, then, are you? Because you're very literal.
Pardon? No, I said I consider Earth as the ground, the soil, the mountains, the valleys, separated from the water.
I've Googled a definition of the word Earth.
Okay, a definition. Yeah, but definitions don't mean anything, right, Gem? You don't care about your personal definitions, do you?
They do to you, don't they?
What?
This isn't my
I don't care about your definitions now, Gem.
This isn't my definition.
No, they're your definitions. I don't care about them.
I've made up this definition. I've Googled it. Yeah? You're making up a definition of your own.
So if I Google the definition of level, will it say horizontal?
No, we're not arguing about that, are we? We're arguing about the term flat Earth.
Well, no, we were talking about level and horizontal. You've swapped it to flat Earth because you've got a
any definition that
you've got a fetish for saying flat, haven't you?
No, if you talk over me again, I am going to start muting you.
Oh, yeah, nice. We're used to that, don't we?
Oh, you're just talking constantly while I'm talking back.
Because you are talking constantly, Gem.
So, any answer to the question?
You both are more like you realize.
Why are you speaking again?
That wasn't me. Somebody else. Tell them off, Gem.
Is there any answer to the question why you are pretending this weird meaning of the word flat Earth?
My meaning of the flat Earth.
All right. Well, I know the answer. The answer is because you're not trying to have a conversation. You're trying to frustrate the conversation.
Oh,
and trying to.
Are you frustrated?
Hang it up on some idiotic, ridiculous.
No, you took it to this flat Earth, right? I don't ever use the word flat.
Muted. trying to hang it up on some ridiculous, idiotic
Jim.
Definition that you use. Nobody else uses that. Nobody else understands that phrase to mean that. And yet every time you pretend that that's what that phrase means. And I wonder why. Well, as I say, we know why. Because
has Bev ever seen your evidence? Has Bev ever seen your evidence for the...
do is frustrate the conversation and try and make people angry.
Jim, has Bev ever seen your evidence for the spherical excess thing?
Yes, Jeremy.
No.
Showed it.
And that's what I wanted to address with him.
Quick, mute me before I say anything that disagrees.
Okay,
with you,
let me go back if I can have.
Can I go with the definition of like Jem saying I'm a flat earther? Why do you say that, Jem?
I didn't say that. Again, I specifically said I am not calling you a flat earther.
Brilliant.
We are talking about that. We are talking about the phrase flat earth. Why are you pretending that I said that?
Well, say I don't think it's flat.
Everything you say, Bev, is just you pretending stuff.
The Earth isn't flat. It's not a two-dimensional surface.
You know what it is, colloquial. It's a colloquial term.
After all the times, after everything I've just said, what does he do? He just goes right back to pretending that that's what that phrase means. Silly.
Right.
And this is what I was talking about, Jeremy. They just want to go round and round in circles, saying the same couple of things over and over and over again. So is level horizontal? Just that.
Sounds really grown up, Jeremy. You should stop if I was.
They haven't done anything. They haven't achieved anything. They aren't.
Yeah, I don't want an award or anything. Yeah, you're right.
A pair of morons saying two words over level and horizontal over and over again.
Yeah.
Look, Bev, is the top of a table flat?
I don't know. You have to show me the table.
Oh, come on. Come on.
So for the purpose of this conversation, can we
give me a second, please?
Okay, sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done with the question.
Sorry, I didn't mean to snap. I didn't mean to snap at you, Brian.
You're in
a coffee table, Bev. It's the top of a coffee table, flat.
Don't know. Let's have a look at it.
Yo, Jem, this is the most aggressive I've ever seen you. Do you and Bev have a history?
Yeah, Jem doesn't like me very much.
Than this.
You know what I'm talking about, Bev? A table.
You should hear me talking to Stacey B.
Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at
Do you really need me to put a picture of a table into the chat?
Yeah.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This is another example of you trying to frustrate your opponent.
Is this flat, Bev?
What?
Is this table flat, Bev?
Looks the top of that looks pretty flat. Yeah.
Is it two-dimensional?
Well, no. There's obviously it's a wood table, right? So there'd be grooves and fissures within the wood.
Oh, so it's not flat. So you just said it was flat, and now it's not flat. What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what we're talking about.
Did I say it was flat or that it had fissures in it?
What did you say?
Look, you see, this is an adult.
I said it looks flat.
A conversation that adults would have. Isn't some misunderstanding that adults are actually trying to. You
mean we've come into a Discord server where somebody's asking me if a table's flat.
Can I attempt to solve this? I think Brian wants to.
Yeah, go, Brian. Jump in.
All right, Bev. For the purpose of the word flat Earth, could we agree to use it in such a way that we mean a plane with topography?
Sorry, I'm making the brew. Like, yeah, what you want me at your beck and call, do you? And then you want to be able to mute me.
No.
And everybody ask me, right? So this is a new line, right? Yeah, new guy.
For the purpose of advancing the conversation.
Yep.
Would it be all right for us to consider flat Earth to be a planar Earth with topography?
Yeah, I would go even better than that. I would say that the topography of the Earth is the topography, and then that is above the level of the water, the sea level. So the water is level.
My question. For the purpose of this discussion, can we let flat Earth mean that?
If you want to say level is horizontal and that means flat Earth, then yeah, that's what seems to be the general thing.
Conversation, Bev.
Pardon?
Is the point.
Okay.
this isn't a conversation adults have with each other.
What isn't?
This is you playing silly
Bev,
games.
for the purpose of this
Silly
conversation,
games.
then, anytime we call you a flat earther,
Yeah.
we're referring to water being horizontal in your world. How about that?
Yeah,
Why are you calling somebody
level?
a flat earther?
If level is horizontal, then you guys consider that flat Earth.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just going to avoid us being able to actually call you anything, so you can bog down a conversation.
No, you can call me.
That means you're a globehead.
Yeah, just a minute.
I mean,
just a minute, Cleary. You can call me whatever
so
you
I don't
want.
Have to spend 4 minutes elucidating. Wait, no, Bev, hang on. So I don't have to spend 4
Are you going to let me answer or what?
Every
No.
single fucking time.
All right, I'll go make that
finish it. So I don't have to elucidate all of the nuances of your point every single time. Is there a term that is short that I could use for this general conversation? Is flat earther acceptable? If not, what would you prefer?
Call me
I'm
Bev.
talking about the flat earth topic.
Yeah,
So
call
why do you
me
label
Bev.
him that? Yeah, but you can't just. Yeah, that's his name, Bev. You try to label him something.
Bev, get your tea.
We're just trying to use the term flat Earth to describe the alternative idea to the globe that everyone understands.
There's loads of alternative ideas, though, right?
Why are you talking, Bev?
Well,
that
because
everyone understands it to
one
be
or the other.
apart from Bev. That's all we're trying to do is get Bev to agree to use a phrase in the same way as the rest of the world
muted
does.
me again.
But we can't even get him to do that.
But you're talking about calling him a flat earther. Why don't you talk about your concept
Again,
of
for the third
a flat
time, Cleary, this is not about calling him a flat earther. I've said that repeatedly, that we are not calling him a flat earther. We're just trying to agree on the meaning of the term flat earth. That's all. Does it? He could be a Mac earther. He could be a globe earther. He could be a simulation theorist. He could believe that there is no Earth, and we could still have this conversation.
We've got the geometry experts in here. Let's go over some of your geometrical proof that it is a globe instead of just bickering about like.
Jeremy, after Bev's got his brew ready, I want to ask him a question.
The whole point is he's here to play this silly game. And what
we're here to find curve.
What I'm going to do is expose the silly game as it unfolds.
No, you just want to play silly game with semantics.
That's the best thing I can do because there's no point having. Well, I'm going to say the conversation, but there isn't one.
Well, bring your. Let's go over a piece of the globe Earth proof.
Just real quick, I want to just expand real quick what Jeremy said.
Let's talk about why these idiotic tactics are necessary. If you got
when
some sort of divine truth that you've got access to, why do you need to play these games? Let's talk about that.
And just real quick to expand on the frustration. Like when I pointed that out, Chemo decided to chide me for it. But when Jem points it out, Chemo, you say nothing.
Yeah.
Cool personal stuff, man. This is great. Can we talk about?
Okay. Well, I've got a question for Bev of his initial point.
Is it about curvature?
Yes, it is indeed.
Good.
Yes, it is. It's always will be on the topic.
All right, let's hear the curve proof. Go.
I ain't got time for personal attacks. But here's the thing. I need to know that Bev's listening and he's not in the middle of making his brew and there's no problem there.
Has he been unmuted? Yeah.
Okay.
No, I wanted to talk about the special knowledge
You can't have a curved level. You can't have a curved level. You just can't.
Okay, Bev, are you there?
Yeah. Well, I think Cleary's somewhat of an expert too, so maybe he could.
Right. Okay. Fine. Cleary can field this one if he's willing.
Maybe I can field it. Why don't you pitch it out there and we'll see what's up.
I'm tired of talking to you, to be honest, Jeremy. If I want to be truly honest.
Boy. So you do want to talk about personal stuff? And
no, but no. It's more of a preferred
then why
thing.
Did you say that? Why don't you just spit it out?
I said, to be honest, I don't want to talk to Jeremy. It's not.
Okay,
it's not from the knowledge base I want to tap into. It's not.
Which
Jeremy
seems very personal. Why don't you ask the question and see who answers?
Okay.
I could have asked the question twice by now.
The question I was asking, Rakia, and I do understand your sentiment, and I might have been quick, but there's other reasons for that. Now, the question came about because of what Bev said. That's why I directed it to Bev.
Okay, what
so
did I say?
making other people answer what Bev said is
People,
kind
my
of
God,
hard.
get to the point, man. Come on.
Dude,
Could have asked the question 3 times by now.
Right.
We got a room full of
All right,
Globers and a room full of flat earthers.
All right,
Ask
Jeremy,
the
enough.
question.
Bev said that Fight the Flat Earth invented a new triangle.
Oh my God.
New geometry.
What's your globe proof?
New geometry.
Flat Earth said.
Because he claimed that a triangle can't have more than 180 degrees, which is true. But if he's referring to spherical axis, why didn't he mention the fact that it's 3 separate measurements that are taken that equal over 180?
No, Fight the Flat Earth wasn't a triangle, right?
Which is not a triangle, you momo.
Yeah, but Fight the Flat Earth didn't do the triangle thing. That was Gem.
It's not a triangle. It's not a triangle he's trying to
Mac-Toons.
draw. It's 3 measurements they take and put them together, and it doesn't equal 180. Thus, spherical axis.
But they are
Why
straight.
didn't you mention?
Do you want me to answer?
Why did you make it like he was trying to draw a triangle with straight sides that equal more than 180 degrees? Why did you state it like that and just leave it?
Why don't you bring the
Bev.
evidence of this and then we can go over it? Bring the
can
evidence
I-
of it. And... Sorry, go ahead, Bev.
Can I answer that now, right? Because Gem interrupted me as well. Fight the Flat Earth said, straight lines curve, parallel lines intersect. Right? That's what Fight the Flat Earth said.
Who cares what he said?
Well, okay. Well, that's why I said that he'd invented a new geometry.
Well, Fight the Flat Earth, he's not here.
Gem, I said, Gem and Mac-Toons could help him with his new geometry because they both have said that straight line triangles have more than 180 degrees, which is an impossibility.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. It is recorded.
What they're saying, Bev, is when there's spherical axis, it's when the 3 measurements equal more than 180 degrees.
Straight
Thus,
line triangles.
Yes, straight line triangles, exactly.
Yes.
But when you take 3 separate measurements, all you have is 3 separate parts that possibly equal a triangle. Now, if they were inside 180 degrees, then it might denote some flatness. But the fact that every single geodesic survey shows spherical axis from its location tells you in the 103 years alone that they did the trigonometrical survey, 103 years from 18...
You're totally making shit up now, dude.
Can I come back and say something?
I'm going to spank you with that survey if you don't shut up.
Right, can I have a go now?
You're citing those points using curving lenses, so you're thinking it's the curvature of the land. It's the curvature of the lens.
What are you talking about? No, if they are looking... let me finish.
Clary.
No.
You need to
You've
Google
just said a load of shite.
survey
Let
of
me
India.
answer.
Sheeple, come on, what's wrong with you?
No. I'm not going to have some little sniper from the sheep seat
Let him speak at least.
saying I'm making shit up. That's a positive claim.
All right, but let him respond.
Okay, that's great.
So back to personal then. So why don't we let Bev answer?
Yeah, please.
Right, so if it is an angle and 3 angles are measured, then in order to measure an angle, you need the inclination, one straight line or plane, to another straight line or plane. That's the definition of an angle. So if you've measured 3 angles, hence a triangle, then there must be 3 straight lines. Who was that interrupted me then? Do you want me to say that again?
I don't give a fuck.
Just mute that guy.
3 angles
you have a curve.
makes 3 straight lines. That's what
But
a
the thing is
triangle
on a
is.
curve-
The definition of a triangle. And if you are citing these angles with a theodolite, then you are going from one point to another point.
Yo, he's talking all over him, Bev. They're talking all over you. Mute
Of course they are.
yourself, please,
It's
someone.
horrible for
They're
them.
trying to cover the flat earthers and get them to leave the conversation.
Fart out of my ass, you fucking derelict.
You're just trying to trigger flat earthers. Please keep going, Bev. Ignore the trolling.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We're finished, right? You can't have more than you can't have more than 180 degrees in a triangle.
Bev, to sum it up,
you have to have curved lines. That is not a triangle if it has curved lines. Therefore, you cannot measure an angle.
Yeah, that changes the definition of a triangle from a figure that's in one plane to a figure that's actually crossing over several curved planes. So you've basically changed it from one plane to the surface of the spherical object.
You cannot measure
so that's a very
an angle
subtle,
to a curve.
Bev,
can you draw a straight line in a football?
Hold on, guys. Can I just sum this up? What Bev said real quick. Basically, you can't get an
Jeremy,
angle.
you're useless.
I really don't need your fucking commentary, Jeremy.
Look,
you can't get an angle.
Yeah, you got to let people be able to speak.
Come on.
Oh, people that you want to speak, Chemo.
Wow,
no,
it's always like this here.
Allowing people to speak.
Hold on, I just need to sum this up real quick so we all understand. You can't make an angle.
Done.
Come on, Stone.
You're dumb.
Wow. It's dangerous for you guys, this, right?
So Bev, to sum it up, you can't make an angle if one of the lines is curved, basically.
Yep. You cannot measure an angle to a curve. You need two straight lines.
That's good to know. We all learned something just now, I think.
No, I think we all got dumber.
Bev, can you draw a straight line on a football?
No. Because the surface of a sphere is a three-dimensional surface. It curves away at every point.
Yeah, Jeremy, there's nothing that says that you can't measure an angle on a shape that's conforming to the surface of an object.
That's ridiculous, man.
Do you need a straight line to measure an angle? Is anyone disputing that?
Actually, no, I disagree. You can have an angle between two planes, and a spherical triangle is actually represented by three great circles, which are planes, and the angles between them can be measured.
It's one of the ways you can prove the Earth is spherical, Jeremy. Go figure that.
Can I have
Very similar to the given question with Firestone.
Can I have my tiny little question in here for Bev? Because you said about measuring an angle, that you could measure an angle between a plane or between lines, right?
Yeah, rectilinear.
Yeah. And if I have a curved line...
Stone, why aren't you interrupting Sort? See? So you don't do it when Globers are talking, but you're doing it when Flat Earthers are talking.
Chemo, stop the fuck that shit.
Just making a point.
What are you doing, no, you're not. You're just interrupting, Chemo. If you have a curved line, wouldn't that be within a plane then, Bev?
Pardon?
A curved line.
Yeah.
If I drew a ball and there's no wind or there's no, that would be flying in a plane, wouldn't it?
Sorry, if you drew a ball, did you say?
If I throw a ball.
Throw.
Throw. Yeah, throw it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Throw a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flying, right? It's going to be a parabola, but that parabola is going to be on a plane, isn't it?
On a plane?
It's a two-dimensional movement, right? It goes up.
No, it's a three-dimensional. It's right. You in reality, 3 dimensions.
In reality, yes, but a curved
the ball's
line
3 dimensions.
Would a
Look in chat, Bev.
Bev, would a curved line be describable within a plane, a 2D plane?
Sorry?
A line that curves in one direction, would it be describable within a 2D plane?
A radius, right?
Any curved line,
Yeah, you would be able to describe a circle by the center and the distance from that center.
So essentially, a curved line could exist on a plane. Then.
Yeah, you could draw a curved line. You could draw a circle on a plane surface. Yes.
And when we agreed that angles could be measured between planes or lines, so if I have 2 lines that are 2 planes,
yeah,
that incidentally describe curved lines.
What? Sorry.
wouldn't I have an
So
angle
you have
between
two
those
planes that describe a curved line. How do you get a plane to describe a curved line? How do you do that?
Wow, didn't we just agree that I could draw a curved line on a plane?
Discord, man. You're not gonna be able to do it.
I don't know. Loads of people are
Yo, you gotta
talking
mute
over
Stone.
you.
He just talks over everyone and just
A big fucking fart out of my
mute Stone, please. I can't hear anything.
Oh, is
over
he
him
one of the
talk.
top debaters? Who was that? He sounds.
There's no moderation here. You're on your own,
You have
dude.
something against
I
me,
have that guy
Jeremy?
muted, and I haven't heard a single interruption, and this conversation has been really cool.
Man.
Just letting that be known.
Stone's not doing it. You've not been doing Jeremy.
Second warning, verbal warning, Stone. You've got to stop interrupting.
Fuck up, Sposs.
Hey, yo, listen, nigga. Hey, yo, listen, nigga. Hey, 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 listen, nigga.
They're taking a bomb.
Nigga. Hey, yo, listen, nigga. Hey, yo, listen, nigga. Hey, what's up, nigga?
True me.
Control limit in the conversation. Please do your job, mods.
You're trying to get this.
And by the way,
channel shut
Nigger
down.
isn't in here.
That was
Can you look
entirely
at that? Your mods seem to have been
Yo, it's funny
curtailed a
when
little
Jimmy
bit.
says it. It's not funny when you say it, Jake.
Anyway, we're looking at a triangle that goes through one plane. That's the only way to have one triangle. If you're describing a triangle on a curved surface like a sphere, that sphere can curve in a myriad ways to make the same triangle.
You can't make a triangle on a sphere because you can't have three angles because they are curved surfaces.
Very true. They've changed the definition from a triangle going in a plane to one conforming to the surface of the object. So we have equivocation here. We have two different definitions of triangle going through the chat.
At all times, we've been talking about spherical triangles, and at all times, Bev has tried to pretend that we're not.
No, I'm trying to ask you. I'm trying to ask you. Right?
There's no problem. He knows exactly what we're referring to, and we know exactly what he's
Okay,
referring
I'll lay it out for you quite simply. I thought we'd already done this, but with Jeremy, right? You cannot measure an angle to a curved surface. So, how do you measure your angles on spherical triangles?
Well, what it was
No, don't go on to something else, please. Jem, how do you measure an angle on a curved...
I'm not going to play this game with you.
Oh, it's a game now.
It doesn't sound like a game.
Yes, it's a game.
It's because you cannot answer, Jem. Everybody knows it.
Look, you've just spent the last hour pretending that there's no such thing as a spherical triangle, and we're just talking about triangles.
I've been spending the last hour trying to explain to you. You don't know what an angle is.
Why are you speaking? Now you've finally admitted that there is such a thing as a spherical triangle. Now you want to have a conversation with me about it. No. Why? You're not having an adult conversation there, are you? Why would I engage with you?
Well, Bev's saying you can't even measure these triangles. So how do you?
Shut up, Jeremy.
Parts of an angle. Have a look.
You want me to step off in your ass? I'll start doing it every fucking time.
Two straight sides. Where's your definition for an angle to a curve, please?
Well, the problem is with most angles, you have straight lines, and the angle from one straight line to another straight line is constant throughout the straight lines of said angle in a nice V. The angle that you get a third of the way down that, V is the same as the angle that you get all the way to the end of that V.
That's why it needs to be two straight lines.
Line.
Provable.
The curved line's angle would change all along the length of its curved surface. So you're getting a bunch of problems with that.
So you cannot have an angle to a curve. Thank you very much. At least you've noticed it, Lemon.
Determine the angle. There's no way to determine the angle because if you reduce that angle all the way down to the point, it's going to curve in 1,000,001 different ways, potentially if it's a curved line, and you're not going to be able to determine an angle.
So you need to get the plane surfaces on the inside of the sphere.
Just stop. A spherical triangle is defined by 3 great circles, which are planes. And you can measure the angle between 3 planes.
Yeah,
don't know
it's
why
internal
planes.
planes. Yes, that's what we've been saying. Internal.
And if you could measure, and there's a relationship between those angles and the angles of the triangles that it formed on the surface of the sphere.
Yes, that's
which you didn't let
because
me finish.
that's spherical, right? That's a sphere.
Yes, it's spherical trigonometry.
Yes, it's not spherical geometry.
Just stop for a second.
It's not
you have to
spherical
admit
geometry.
That spherical trigonometry exists.
It's not.
That is
not
an
spherical
existing
geometry, though.
paradigm.
Right? It's not.
The geometry exists. The equations exist.
It's not.
You cannot deny that. You cannot deny that.
Geometry.
Okay, but now we got to look at these planes. These planes that are going through the Earth that we have no access to. We have no idea how, in any way, they're
Lemon, before we do that,
other planes to make angles anyway. So that's not going to be desirable either, because you're going to have these theoretical planes that you can't test.
Nice. Yeah. Spherical geometry is the geometry of the two-dimensional surface of a sphere. There is no planes that go inside.
Bullshit. No. Spherical geometry. Oh my God. 2D does not come into the definition of spherical trigonometry.
Spherical geometry.
It takes place on the mathematical definition. It takes place on a unit sphere.
Yeah, through the planar. You've already said that. The angles on the inside. I already know that.
Planar.
That's where you need
to
go. You need to go to the planes on the inside to measure the angles. You said that yourself.
But the space is three-dimensional.
Oh, so spherical geometry is three-dimensional now. The surface of a sphere, three-dimensional.
I can't believe that you're actually asking that and trying to assert that. It's absolutely ridiculous that anyone who's taken any geometry or any level of high school algebra is actually making these arguments.
Which is the argument?
Absolutely ridiculous on your part.
I say the surface of a sphere is three-dimensional, right?
Yeah, this Mong.
Yeah, actually it is.
It is, thank you.
Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time. You've given simple, correct
Who was that? That was nice.
I want to
got somebody to agree.
He's stupid. You can't have a conversation with him. I mean, you can continue and persist in struggling with him if you like. But he's dumb, and you can't get anywhere with him. He's also dishonest.
He is dumb, and yeah, flash for an am trigger because I cannot stand when people butcher mathematics.
A three-dimensional surface on a sphere. I like that. Who is that? Rocket scientist?
I think Bev's
you sound really clever.
He's saying that he doesn't work.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, I can define a two-dimensional surface on a sphere. It's called setting the z coordinate equal to 0.
So is that spherical geometry? Is that the position where spherical geometry takes place? The two-dimensional surface of a sphere?
And a fucking
it does not.
To get you to continue conversing
that I
with
made
him.
into trying to put me in a gotcha or something like that.
No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to
That's all he does. He's retarded.
Everybody talk over each
the Earth is not a globe. You can't get angry.
Even anything about that.
This is just argument
a demonstration of a lack of understanding of spherical trigonometry and mathematics. We haven't even talked about the globe yet.
Argument is stronger. I get the very point that the Earth is not a globe. Well, how can you be frustrated with that?
But Rocket, I get what you're trying to say, Rocket, but there's no way to verify the plane that's going through the
mathematical
globe.
position that I'm taking, and that he's full of shit in that regard.
What mathematical position are you taking? Sorry?
That you don't understand spherical trigonometry.
Yeah, I
You're
understand
asserting
spherical trigonometry.
false. You don't understand the difference between Euclidean and non-Euclidean geometry.
So which is spherical trigonometry? Is that Euclidean or non-Euclidean?
Stop being a fucking moron. You know the answers to all of this? And I'm not going to waste my time with you.
Do you want to answer that
or
not?
You know the answer to that question.
It's Euclidean. I'll answer it. It's Euclidean. Spherical
it's not
trigonometry.
You fucking moron.
Spherical geometry.
You're so smart, babe. You know about Euclidean geometry.
Spherical
tell us more about
geometry.
How intellectual dishonest you are by even asserting that definition.
What definition?
The thing is, Rocket, we have no way to verify these planes that are intersecting. So this is getting highly theoretical and unfortunately removed from reality. We may just be on a flat surface that you're sighting points to for your triangle with curved lenses that are distorting the image and giving you the impression, the false impression of a curve. So please relate your theory back to reality
intersects with the Ramestan, approximately the pattern
of the land that we are on top of. Thank you.
We need a mathematician, someone good with numbers on the globe side. Where are they? Who is that?
For what, Chemo? For what?
Who can figure out triangles and how they actually work?
Figure out triangles.
Geometry. Let's have a go
so
at geometry,
fucking complicated, Chemo.
It's defined.
It's not that hard. We're on a flat plane. It really doesn't matter. The rest of this is just theoretical garbage.
We have the expert. We have the expert people in geometry on our side right here. Yo. We have the expert people in geometry here on our side, and you guys aren't providing any proof. Any geometric.
Ask Jeremy earlier on if you can draw a straight line in a football. So in the chat, Jeremy, what's this? Bev, what's that I just posted in the chat there?
What? That's two red lines flashing on my TV
What
screen.
Are those red lines straight? Are those red lines straight?
They look straight, yeah.
No, there you go,
on a picture of a ball. Wow, is that showing that parallel lines are possible on a sphere?
No, that's not what I'm talking. That's not why I asked. I don't care about that.
Oh well, that is that's an axiom of spherical geometry, right?
Well, I don't care about that. That's not what I was.
So you've just disproved spherical geometry.
No, I just asked. I asked you a simple question. Can you draw a straight line on a ball? You said no. Well, there's a picture of a ball with straight lines on it.
Yeah, that's genius.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, well
we know
done.
that line's not. We know that line's not really straight in reality, though. Don't be like that.
It's on a ball on a picture.
I couldn't actually get a ball and replicate that with a marker.
No, bro. You can't draw a straight line on a ball.
Well,
okay, you can draw something that might look straight at an angle, but it's not
it looks straight.
Yeah.
That's curved. If it's not,
so they're actually curved.
Yeah, it's like your sexuality. You know, at first glance, you might look straight, but when you actually
see, hang on, but you guys do realize that the definition of a line is defined in spherical trigonometry, and that is a line. That is a line drawn in spherical space.
Is that a straight line?
You're
it's like even Discord didn't want you to say it.
The main problem is that you people have a 2D mind.
Are you redefining a straight line?
That's where you keep fucking up.
Are you redefining a straight line?
There's a definition of line in Euclid in 2D space. There's a definition line in 3D space.
It's still straight, right?
They're actually the same definition for that matter.
Well, the problem is to get that spherical shape that you're getting your spherical trigonometry off of, dude, you're ironically using a straight line radius to get the curved circumference of that shape. So why are we dealing with these curved lines when we need to use a straight line to make that curved surface in the first place? Why not just a ball?
Did you not hear me say? No, Lemon. I said unit sphere.
Very important point here, and Lemon is talking all over it now.
Unit sphere, Lemon.
Let me just...
They're all talking all over each other. What do you want me to do?
What is it you're trying to say, Sort?
Well, you see,
go ahead, Lemon.
Straight. Shut up. It looks straight. That's an interesting point. You see, if you sight between 2 points, it's gonna look like a straight line now, isn't it? And if those two points and a third point look straight because it follows a plane, each of those lines that you sight on a ball, and the angles between them is more than 180 degrees, well, then you have a sphere.
Yeah, the thing is, it's the curvature of the lens, Sort, not the land. So this is what surveyors have been getting wrong. It's the curvature of the lens, not the land. And also, land itself does curve gently toward the sea, so you're going to get spherical excess anyway, along with the curvature of the lens.
You going along with triangles with more than 180 degrees as well, then, Lemon?
Let's rebuttal that, Lemon, because that's just dumb, you know.
All right, let's help out Curve. Curve trying to say something.
What?
I thought you were trying to say something among the voices I heard.
Right, Lemon, what you got there is plain dumb, because, you know, the point of surveying has always been to find out how much land people's got. And if they got that wrong consistently, there would be somebody complaining, wouldn't there? So obviously, no. The curved lenses do not make a line between 2 points look funny somehow. It is a straight line between 2 points, Lemon.
It's the curvature of the lens and the topographical differences as the land curves.
Whoa, Lemon, let's get this. So they are straight lines, but you still get more than 180 degrees, do you think?
Yeah, they look straight. We all just agreed that they look straight, but they're curved.
Oh, so now they are curved. You just said they weren't.
They look straight, but they are curved. Yes, we all agreed on that because we just agreed that a curved line could look straight if you look at it from above.
No, I'm talking geometrically, right?
Whatever you're talking, Bev, I don't care.
Surveying. When you sight a point with a surveyor, right? That is like a point to point, right? It's not curved. It's a straight line.
Yes, and you account for the elevation, and then it becomes curved.
No, you're just sighting from a point to a point. You're measuring an angle from a point to another point.
It's a curved line.
No, they're two straight lines. You need two straight lines to measure an angle.
Yes, and then you account for the elevation.
You account.
All right. Can we maybe get off the whole horizontal?
No. This is a
straight line.
It's a triangle, dude.
Let's see it out to its conclusion, Chris. Come on, let's see how we're. We need to.
I'm sure there'll be a conclusion anytime, any minute.
We'll get a result.
How long's that going to take?
Either Bev will concede or Sort will concede.
So, we're nearly there.
Chemo.
Right.
We're right there. The argument. This is the entirety of the argument.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. We've reached the climax and the first utterance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a concession any moment now.
Just delaying the inevitable. Now let's sort.
Any minute there'll be a concession.
I wish they would bring some evidence of the geometry while we got the geometrical experts here on the
geometrical experts.
What are you talking about? The geometry of spheres, Jeremy? You want us to teach you spherical geometry in here on fucking?
We have the experts. Let's go over the evidence that you guys.
Who are the experts?
Can we do this? Can we get this triangle sorted? Because we're right there.
All right.
How are you?
Yeah. You tried to stop it, right? Okay. So we are at the top of 3 mountains, right? You can see all of the tops of the mountains. Yeah? So you sight an angle from the top of one mountain to the other 2. And measure that angle. And then you move round those mountains. And you do the same thing on each mountaintop.
Bunch of grown men arguing about triangles.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yo, just you got to mute him.
You see, Bev, you had a little skip there in how you do that because you account for the altitude at what you meant.
You're sighting a point from one place to another, right?
And account for the altitude.
No, it has a vertical line on the crosshair. You just put that vertical line on the mark and you measure the angle.
Yes, and when it's 3 points and you can see all 3 points, of course it's going to be straight lines.
So that would be 180 degrees, wouldn't it?
Yes, of course that is correct.
Brilliant.
That is going to be 180 degrees.
No, it's not. He said that.
No, it's bullshit. You see, he agreed. They were coming to a conclusion.
No, because he misheard what he was saying. That's why.
What do you mean he misheard?
Bev, just fucking stop your stupid games.
No, he
Seriously.
said they would be 180
just
degrees.
Stop.
I agreed.
Just stop. You want to say that you qualified in land surveying, and you want to pretend you're an intellectual, and yet you want to play these stupid little games.
No, that was I just agreed that a triangle has 180 degrees.
A plain triangle has 180 degrees. Okay, you happy?
Yeah.
A spherical triangle does not.
Right. Okay. So how do you sight a spherical triangle?
That's what's up,
when
Bev.
you take
There
a
we
sight,
go.
when you're at a transit and you're taking a sight. And you're taking a sight line. That you keep saying that it's a line, but it's a plane that you're actually sighting down that entire plane. And then you're taking a sight in another direction. That's not a line. That's actually a plane. And you're taking the angle between those two planes.
Yeah, straight
How
line.
are you making this?
Still straight lines. I'll go with that.
Spherical triangle. I like that, Bev.
If you are citing the points, you are always got straight lines. That's
no, they're actually planes.
Yeah, it's a plane's just the two-dimensional of
hang on,
of
let's
a line,
be clear
right?
about something. We can agree on the definition because it doesn't matter if the underlying surface is spherical or planar, because that still applies.
Yeah, I still don't understand what you've just said. You have to have two straight lines to measure an angle.
If your buddy is standing downfield and what's that? Well, the sighting pole, the pole that he's holding vertically.
Yeah, he's on the top of a mountain, right?
No, just stop. He's standing 100 feet from you, and you're sighting, and you're using your transit to measure the height to that pole that he's holding.
Yeah.
You to the base of that pole, to the top of that pole, represents a plane.
What?
There's a fucking stick that he's holding up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From your feet to the bottom of that pole.
What are we measuring? Are we measuring elevation?
3 points.
Are we
that
measuring
defines
elevation?
The plane, does it not, Bev?
Are we measuring elevation?
Bev, listen to what I'm saying and answer the question.
Yeah, the guy that's holding the rod, has it got measurement things on it? Am I measuring a measurement?
You know what? Just stop your stupid games, okay?
I'm just trying to clarify what you're talking about. Yeah.
Stop, Bev. I don't want to hear your nonsense like you were doing doing this nonsense yesterday with MC Toon, okay?
Okay,
just keep explaining to us how it's a plane when you sight through the thing and hold the thing pole stick down the field.
I'm not a surveyor. You have a better chance.
We realize that.
You actually understand
so
why
in the world are you talking about it? Like
I'm not a surveyor. Okay? I don't know the exact term.
We can tell.
I know what the geometry is.
Keep going.
Well, Rock, the thing is, you need to use the superior standard, and the superior standard is a straight line. You still need a straight line radius to make the curved sphere that you're talking about for spherical geometry anyway. So why don't you just default to a straight line?
Oh yeah, Kimo, I can see the concession. Oh, aye.
Well, we were almost there. We were almost there with Sort and Rocket.
Oh, we're almost there with Sort.
Because if you try to elevation along that and it's actually you're measuring it.
But I was the only one you said something to. You didn't say anything to anyone else.
Yeah, we were almost there with Sort.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
No way.
Sort agreed that it was 180, and then Bev was about to reply, and then Rocket interjected.
Right, and you never said anything to Rocket, but you said something to me.
What do you mean?
Can we get back to what I said?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Yeah, you're trying to gatekeep this.
I'm not trying to gatekeep. No,
we're not on the globe. So
you're the one that was gatekeeping.
All right. So go back to where you were. Yeah, you agree it's 180.
If you can see all 3 points, of course it's good.
That you're literally gatekeeping.
Wow.
Chris, another warning. You've got to stop this.
Or what? Or what?
Are we there yet? Good. If you can see all 3 points.
I didn't warn you, Chris.
Chemo, for fuck's sake. If you can see all 3 points, then of course it's going to be 180 because it's going to be straight lines. You could shoot a laser or whatever you want at every point in that. And they're going to be 180.
Well, that's where we started, right? The Gem and McToons last night said it was more.
Be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm finishing my point here. If you can see all 3, it's going to be 180.
Brilliant.
Yes.
We agree.
But in that would be a plane. Those 3 lines would describe a plane, right? And that plane would be whatever angle it would have to be to.
Well, it doesn't, the angle doesn't matter, really, does it, for the triangle?
Those 3 are going to be a plane, but in fact, it's going to be a random plane at a random angle because you're not going to find 3 mountains that are equally high. You know, it's just going to be a triangle in midair, right?
But the triangle would have 3 straight sides and thus 180-degree internal angles.
Yeah, that's going to be up in the air between those mountains.
It's not often that I get you call yourself a globe lover, would you? Because we just agreed.
You haven't even begun to show how the Earth is not a globe.
It's good.
Being honest.
Yeah, I like that.
I've got a burning question for you when you got time, Biff.
Now, those 3 angles is going to be 180, and there's going to be a triangle up in the air.
Yeah.
But no, we're not measuring the air with this geodesic surveying now, are we? We are measuring the ground. So we need to compensate all
No. That when they did triangulation, they did it from the mountaintops, right? They had to cite other points.
And there was more to it than just measuring where the freaking mountaintops were.
No, there wasn't. They just measured triangles. That's literally what they did. They started off with a baseline, and they measured triangles. I mean, that's the thing about triangles. That's why they use triangles. Because you can use a triangle for measuring distances.
Among other things, Bev.
Pardon?
You're not done with the surveying stuff just because we know where the mountaintops are at relative to each other. You see, when you have those three, you're not measuring the air now, are you? You're measuring the ground. So you need your altitude of those three measuring points to put it on the ground, to put that triangle on the actual ground as it would be.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the angles of the planes that the triangle is on, because it's 3 points. You join them 3 points up together. There are 3 straight lines, and it's on that defines the plane that the triangle's on. Right, that triangle has 180
wrap it up.
degrees.
I didn't know this was a 1v1.
When you bring that triangle down to the ground,
not, Chris. Do you have anything to add?
It's lovely geometry. I love talking about this.
Down to the ground in all 3 corners.
Yeah.
To the sea level.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a spherical axis because of
right.
the
So
way
you curve the lines afterwards. You make the calculation when you bring it down to a presupposed curved surface underneath.
When you bring it to sea level, yes.
Yeah, well, level's horizontal, right? It's a horizontal datum. And altitude or elevation is a vertical change.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And when you bring that to the sea level, it becomes of curved becomes more than 180.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Level's horizontal, right?
The horizontal doesn't all of a sudden bend when it gets down to sea level, sir.
It actually does.
No, it actually
What
doesn't.
it actually does is your hand waved like that. Have you got any proof of that? Curvature of the water level?
Trial Rooney, that will do fine.
What, the curvature of the water level?
Kimo, put me in the list to talk, please. Put me in the queue.
Indeed. Because if you know the altitude of all those points, you know the angles, all the angles between those corners.
Yeah.
Then when you bring it to sea level, that altitude is going to go to.
Well, it would be elevation, right? Because altitude is a height above sea level, like in the air. Elevation is the land, yeah?
Can I just really quickly say, Brian, would you stop fucking posting that, you twat?
Oh.
When you bring
who's this one that wants death to the blacks? I mean, what's that? Who was he posting a picture of me? Oh, look, I've got a water level there, right?
I'm not sure, but it's a bit creepy that they collect
why is he
pictures
doing
of
that?
you. No idea.
It's nice. You like me holding a water level. Do you want it on a t-shirt? We can get DP to do a t-shirt if you want one.
Oh,
so Bev, we're certain that we can't measure the angle if one of the lines is curved. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. You can't measure an angle to a curved surface. I'll say it again.
I'm glad you came in here today. I've learned something.
Yep. Let's go back to the guy that said level was horizontal.
Yeah.
That's a nonsensical. That's a nonsensical
Can we go back to the guy that said level was horizontal, except for when it came down to sea level?
No, I want to hear what Jake has to say.
Let's do that.
You gotta
That's a great idea.
What he told you is a lie.
What?
He's lying.
Be patient, sir.
You're telling me if I draw 2 great circles on a basketball, I can't measure that angle?
Yeah, on the curved surface, yes.
2 great circles.
You would need to cut into the surface.
What's happening? So when I draw 2 great circles on a basketball, and then I take out my protractor and I measure that angle, what am I actually measuring?
Can you measure that angle?
It would be an arbitrary measurement. On a straight line V, you can go all the way out to the end of the V and get the same angle that you would get a third of the way down the V angle. You can't do that with a curved line. It's going to change all along the length of the line. So you have no way to measure that angle if you reduce that all the way down to the point where the angle diverges. You can't be sure what angle you're really drawing anyway.
That's total nonsense. I mean, I can do that right now. Take a picture of it on and it's going to read the same angle. What are you talking about?
Who's the guy?
It's going to be arbitrary.
Who is this? Black Death
would get an initial
Please.
angle that would curve immediately.
Who's Black Death?
There you go. Flashburn's just done it.
That's Cosmos. He's listening in live chat.
Oh, I thought he went to disappear, right? He was going to answer a question, then had to go.
Are you so ignorant?
Cool.
That you don't know what Black
So
Death
why
is?
is he talking about me being on welfare in the chat? I mean, what's that about?
No, I think him, man.
Sounds like a bit of a personal attack, that, right?
Beth, are you so ignorant that you don't know what the Black Death is?
Pardon?
Are you so ignorant that you don't know what the Black Death is?
That's the Black Death, is it?
The Black Death YouTuber and I were going in a back and forth joke. He was talking about the appearance, I think, of whoever that picture was in the chat, looking different due to British inbreeding.
Somebody
and I pointed
said
out that
that's
there's a lot of
Cosmo.
inbreeding to keep the wealth in the family. Then he extended the joke
Somebody
back
said
to
that's
Bev.
Cosmo.
Oh, hold on, Bev. They're still disputing if you can measure an angle with a curved line. I mean,
know.
as soon as you leave, they're going to tell me
Jeremy.
As soon as you leave, they're going to tell me you lied and you were wrong.
No, I'm telling you now, Jeremy. I'm telling you right fucking now.
See, they're telling me now.
In the chat, I'll give you the fucking link.
Oh, somebody's a little triggered. Oh,
is that
They're
curved?
telling me right now, Bev.
Yeah, it's not. He's not fixed his mic. Fix your mic, curved.
Oh, shut the fuck up, twat.
I mean, I'm not good at geometry like you are, Bev. So it's like
maybe he's not so good.
Curves wrote something to you in the chat.
I can't read the chat, man. I'm at work. DM it, Curve. DM it to me. Me and Curve DM sometimes.
You want me? I'll take
cool.
2 pictures and put them in the chat for you. All right.
I mean, can you prove to them that you can't take this angle on a curved surface?
I can give you a definition within Euclidean geometry, right, which is an axiomatic system. So it is proved within the whole system of geometry.
Jeremy, I already proved logically that you can't measure an angle on a curved line. It's going to change depending on how far along the line you go.
Yeah, it's provable, yes, but here's the definitions to prove it's provable.
So,
because it's within.
Imagine if I'm an ant walking across a sphere. Are you telling me that if I'm trying to get to a destination, there's no way to tell me what direction to turn and how many degrees to get to that destination? Is that what the claim is?
You can't talk to ants.
You get an initial curve, an initial angle, but then you would have to curve. How are you going to measure how much you have to curve to get to the other point?
Okay, so the claim is now, let's say I built a gigantic sphere in my backyard. And I'm driving
a car. How much more crap
car.
do we have to imagine? Why don't we just get the definition of an angle? Let's start there.
Coming into the chat box
to make an angle, you need 2 lines.
You start at 8, 9, and 10.
With very little
You're not helping, Lemon. You're in the way. Look, people are posting answers in chat. The answers that the flat wits are asking for. The answers are in the chat. Read it and weep.
Do you want me to read it? Do you want me to read it out loud?
Yes, please. Please,
okay.
I actually think Lemon was making great points. Lemon, you should continue.
Euclid.
That which has no parts. There's nothing in reality that has no parts, so that's theoretical and unrelated to reality. A line is length also relates to nothing in reality.
Stop fucking backseat modding, Jeremy, you fucking twat.
I'm just saying, Bev never comes in here a lot, and
we got enough mods in here, Jeremy. We got enough mods. That'll do it. Okay.
Why we need decent moderation to help control the flow of the conversation.
Warning, Chris.
Final warning, not what, Chemo? Fuck off. Take your warnings and get fucked.
Interjection.
On Jeremy's interjections are necessary.
You are doing the same thing that you're criticizing him for, Chris.
Yeah, let's just hear from Bev. Bev's our guest. Let's treat it, have a little hospitality, and let him, get his thoughts out.
I got a question for him. When there's a moment.
Oh, go on, do your question. I'll continue that conversation that everybody interrupts later.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be here for much longer. I mean, this is probably one of the worst places there is.
Thank God for that.
It's a bit challenging. This is where Flat Earth comes to die. Now, my question.
This is where you lot obfuscate all the time.
My question to you, Bev, is really
challenging.
It's really basic. But 2 points, Biv. First of all, I'd just like you to
People
also
doesn't know much, does he? He has a lot of questions.
It's
check the
challenging
thing.
for you guys because you're not being allowed to get away with your silly games, are you?
What silly
Yeah.
games
And Clary,
are you talking about,
I sent
Jem?
you the information
Grow
I
up.
mentioned earlier.
Nobody's playing
which
games.
You denied. Instead, I pulled out of my
clear
ass.
which games I'm talking
Did you
about.
get those links? Did you get those
The fact
links?
that you're asking me
I don't see anything.
is just another game.
It's a game. It's not a game. This
You
is
don't see the things
Is
that
this
were
not a
mentioned
debate
clearly.
server, Jem? Is it a game playing server?
Yes, that's why
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't see anything.
I object strongly.
Called
to
debate
your
chat box.
Yeah, I can't look at debate chat box.
Why?
It won't let me. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, well, that's the server you said you put on Mars. Now, back to more important things. Bev, how do you feel about LiDAR?
How do I feel? I don't really have any feelings about.
I feel happy.
That's all.
Right.
Well,
so this is a new
inquisitive.
technology. This is a new technology. Do you know about it?
I've heard.
Yeah.
You just said it. Then do you want to explain
No. Have
it
you
to
ever?
us?
Have you ever heard about LiDAR?
Yeah, I have. Yes.
Right. And so,
could you
in
please
your words,
tell us?
What does LiDAR do in your words?
No, can you please tell us a bit more? I've just heard about it, just rumours. You know, I don't really have any sort of idea about it.
So,
could you please?
Light imaging detection and ranging.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Light detection and ranging.
Yeah.
It's LiDAR.
Yeah.
So there needs to be an eye there.
Nah, you just threw that in there.
Oh really? Do I have to show you again how there's two variations? I, Clary?
Oh, there's two variations, is there? Brilliant.
You're gonna teach me something about LiDAR?
There's two variations.
You were making a point. Why don't you just spit it out?
The other one.
Oh, sorry, Lemon. Sorry. Do you need the mic back?
Anyway, you need to make the point before the conversation degenerates. And you need to make it now.
He just rambles on endlessly.
Shut your mouth, Clary. You're not helping me get my point out when you're interjecting. Okay, Bev. Now, the LiDAR systems have confirmed what geodesic surveys have shown for...
You can stop right there, man. That's ridiculous.
For I don't know, 200 years.
Where have they shown that?
And the fact that the
how do they show it?
measurements...
Tell us how they
can
show
match
it, please.
those recorded from the ground.
You need to check the USGS Coastal Survey of the United States. Maybe, I don't know what the hell you're talking about now. You make a lot of wild claims, though. It's kind of entertaining.
Right.
He's making a point, so just interject when he's done.
The fact there's curvature deviation. How does that sit with you?
Where is this? Can you show me? Or are you just saying it? Like Jeff said he was a surveyor.
Careful
and
now,
like,
Clary.
Like Jem says, you can have more than 180 degrees in a triangle. Toon says the same.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You just run your mouth and then be quiet. I wish you could do the first thing first.
Why don't you be quiet?
Have you got any then?
Change your attitude.
I would like to bring up a point of order. I was de-rolled by Spurs Chemo about a week ago for spamming. Brian is hold on a second. Brian has posted the same image about 4 or 5 times now in the same time frame that I posted 2 images. However, Brian's roles are still intact. Why is that, Spurs Chemo?
Why are you modding right now?
I'm not modding. I'm asking a question about moderating, Jeremy.
Talk about this later, Chris.
Right in the middle of this.
Yeah, I'm not watching the chat. I'm paying attention to the conversation that's going on.
Are you? But you're paying attention when I allegedly spammed.
We've got moderators.
The reason I'm bringing it up now is because it's happening now.
Wow.
Chris.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You're preventing the conversation carrying on.
And you prevented me from fucking posting the other day there.
Oh.
Hey, Jem, could you slap Chemo on the ass?
Let's just. I want to get to the bottom of this. That we got Bev here.
I don't think it's possible here.
No, it's not. I'm gone. Y'all have fun.
Yeah.
Pussy.
I'm out of here as well, guys.
Fuck you.
It's been cool, but if you ever want to do this, more controlled or anything, and especially Cosmo, right? Cosmo, if you're ready to show us how easy it is to measure curvature, come and have a chat. Anytime. In fact, I'll come over here.
Okay, and when you've got a model of the Earth that's flat, showing that it doesn't curve,
I don't do models.
Then you can get back to us. All right.
Don't do
Until
models.
then, the debate hasn't started, Biv.
I've got a test.
You're not going to leave on some high horse like you've got the. You didn't even touch on the evidence of the globe, the things that show curvature, the geophysics, the geology, all of these things, seismic waves, all of these other things that show the internals of an Earth. You didn't want to go near those things. You don't want to go near those things.
It's a pity
and I don't blame you.
Start off
I don't
with
blame
something
you.
like
Your illusion would shatter in a second.
You didn't really have that much to start off with, but.
Dude, you got nothing, okay? I mean, it's fun entertaining the fantasy for a little bit, but at the end of the day, you know, I spent 10 months in the proper community, not listening to any globers, not doing
10
any of
months.
those. Yeah, and that's all it took to show me that
the flat Earth
absolute
community?
Fantasy.
Who was that
None
with?
of you are qualified. None of you are scientists.
Was that over at 24/7?
You seem to be really emotional today.
You're all just stuck in fantasy.
Did 24/7 hurt you?
No, not at all.
Where was it then?
Not at all.
Where was it?
I went over to 24/7 just the other day. What are you talking about?
No, where was this flat Earth community that you were drove out of? Where was it?
I was with the self-proclaimed veterans, the ones who don't even deal with debates or the primary arguments anymore.
Who's that then?
You want me to name them?
Yeah. You were 10 months deep into the flat Earth community.
Don't even talk to me, Jeremy.
Come on.
Don't even talk to me.
on the dial where the flat Earth community.
Come on. Who are you in with?
Do you know who the Poncho Pete pirates are?
Nah. Never heard of him.
No.
Well, fuck, I sat with all heroes. What you think about that?
Oh my god, no wonder you're so long-winded that you go into these long monologues and shit.
Oh, Clary, I'd debate you one-on-one on the Earth any day of the bloody week.
In the flat Earth community.
You got nothing. That's why you're clinging to Biv like it matters or something.
Yeah, like you got something to offer.
I got a platform for us, real neutral, no mute buttons, live for everyone. You want to do it?
Sheeple, you gonna let him respond though at any time?
Yeah, what do you want to tell me? You live on a ball? Are you on a ball right now? Is that what it is? You're on a ball?
Was that a nervous laugh then? I think.
No, we're on an enormous planet.
It's more than a ball, yeah.
Let the little bitch talk for himself. Are you on a ball right now?
Little bitch.
On a flat plane.
Little bitch.
Yeah.
I just asked you for a debate live for the world to see, no mute buttons, and you didn't even answer.
I'm asking you, are you on a ball?
I'm on a planet. It's an oblate spheroid. It's got a measurable distance from one place to another. It's got both proof from, people much smarter than you and me.
Who told you all this? Your daddy?
My daddy? No, my daddy is not that smart.
I think your daddy might have lied to you. What proof do you have?
But I've got a PhD geophysicist that would laugh in your face.
Who, Tony?
Tony actually says that debating people like you are a waste of time.
The smart guy tells you what to believe. What experience do you have with the ball that you think you live on? Do you feel motion? Do you see curve?
Why would I feel motion? Am I the size of fucking a continent?
So the oldness is on you, right? The burden of evidence is on you because you don't feel motion.
I mean, that's my point, Cleary. You've got nothing.
You don't feel motion.
That's why you haven't answered me about the debate, yes or no.
Huh? I'm sitting here fucking talking to you right now.
I said a proper debate, no mute buttons.
Are you improper?
We'll sort that out. We can sort
I don't want to bore this.
What's the topic?
VC with the stuff they already know.
You're a fucking
what you have to say. What are you afraid of?
I take you on any single topic, but this is not about this VC. It's an actual platform.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Where you actually bring something of substance.
You had your chance. You can puss out. That's fine. Everybody's seeing it.
What to talk about? If the room's willing, I'll take it right now.
Give us your proof.
Right, we'll get a little lull then. Now I can bring it up. Right, Kimo, so you derailed me for allegedly spamming, but Brian's been spamming.
Oh my god.
Chris. Oh, so it's only Kimo approved.
Look.
This is not the time. Give us your proof of the globe now.
Shut up, Jeremy.
Let's go.
A PhD told me I live on a ball.
Yeah, I'm putting the clip in there now.
No, did you mention the geophysicist?
He's triangle.
A geophysicist told me I live on a ball.
You know what a
So,
geophysicist is, don't you?
there was a lull in the conversation there. There was no topic being talked about.
It wasn't a low.
Oh no, Kimo, you're not the gatekeeper here. You don't get to decide what we talk about.
Yeah, talk over him when I can't even hear you. Big man.
You need me to define what a geophysicist is?
You don't seem to understand the
You don't
significance
understand.
of it.
Damn, you got into that quick. It didn't even take a damn minute for you to get.
Are we going to get this debate, or are we going to go because this is getting pretty boring at the minute?
I said the significance of it. I said you don't seem to understand the significance of it.
I'll come back later. I'll come back later when you got something to say. You seem kind of
scared. Are you running now? Are you?
Running?
You got nothing.
What do you want to talk about?
Why don't you guys keep from that personal stuff, and then you guys maybe we'll have some substance.
This guy's too long-winded and stupid for me.
Oh, too stupid. Yeah, you got nothing, man.
Can we end the banter?
I've got everything.
I've had enough of this.
Okay, go. Okay,
exactly.
explain.
People, you just stop with because you guys are both just attacking back and forth. So just if you bring it back to
I apologize. This dude's had it in for me the moment he opened his mouth, so I don't know.
Why don't you just come with some globe proof and we'll dismantle it?
All right. Good, Jeremy. Your track record's not very good, but yeah, we can bring globe proof.
All right.
Evidence. Sorry, not proof.
We can bring up globe proof, but when can I bring up my issue?
Later.
Oh my God!
Probably not right
now. How much later? How much later?
Oh, jeez.
2 hours.
Chris, not now. You've been warned. How many times?
Yeah. Well, so when's going to be a good time?
Chris, we're right in the middle of this.
Killing the chat.
We're in the middle of
It's
what?
like a live stream, right, isn't it? Chris? Is this a live stream?
Yeah, it is live.
Yeah, well done, Chris. Smart.
Right, so should we just start off questions off the bat? Just random questions about the globe or the flat Earth?
Yeah, go for it.
Bring your
All right.
globe proof.
How do you explain the equinox on a flat Earth?
No.
How do you explain it on the globe?
Oh, it's a spherical object.
Okay, that explains everything. Yeah.
And that's
All
why.
right, now on a flat Earth, how do you do it?
Exactly.
It only works on a flat Earth.
Okay, explain how that works.
I don't know. That's what it does.
You don't know how it works. That was my question. Do you realize it? How does it work?
Oh, I see.
How does it work? Okay, your turn. Your turn. 1-0.
Answer for everything. I've got an answer for everything.
Your turn. 1-0. What's your question about a globe? Go.
Come on, guys. Bring your A game, or don't say much.
I'm moving on. Coach. We hit a standstill there. What's the next part?
Yo, just give us your globe proof.
He can explain
We're asking
anything.
questions, Jeremy. We're asking questions. It's his turn to ask it. Jeremy, it's his turn to ask a question. Now go, Clary.
Ask him for proof of the globe.
So you let Curve, because Curve's been trying to say something in the chat that might be of some substance.
So can we let Curve speak for a second?
The sphere does explain the
People, I'd like to see.
Cleary, hold on, man. Hold on.
Hey, Cleary, shut your mouth, bag.
Wow.
Now, the globe does
come on.
explain the equinox as we view the angle to the sun at sunrise and sunset.
Curve.
It does. Now, how does the flat Earth, or how does it only work on a flat Earth as you just claimed it did?
You don't live on a fucking ball, dude. Shut up. You can't explain everything. You just want to make shit up, right?
What do you got?
You have no documented, measured curvature of your ball, ever. You think you live on a ball.
Question.
You have never surveyed a ball.
Answer the question, coward.
Oh, you want me to explain how the...
You piped up and flopped your labia that it only works on flat Earth. Explain how.
Oh, I was just mocking him. Everything works on a globe, right?
So is that all
what
you got?
say?
You don't have any evidence.
Oh, Curve. You're so upset. Come on.
Nothing but mockery. That's all you got.
That's all you got. You just want to run your mouth. We can do this all day. It's what I do. No problem. You know, you can make shit up about what you see in the sky. You think you got a gas ball in a vacuum, right? You think it's a tangible object. You think it only works on a ball.
Yeah, here he goes.
Right?
Hey, Claire, I posted a video. Please explain how that works on a flat Earth.
Yo, why don't you guys just bring the globe proof? What do you mean explain how it works on a flat Earth?
You fucking retarded.
The question was simple, Jeremy. Do you
now
have
I'm
an
talking to the
answer?
Globers that keep talking to these ass clowns. You Globers are retarded if you keep talking to these fuckwits.
Wow.
Fucking
Just
right,
highlighting
Curve.
it. Just highlighting.
How
the
do you
point,
have a
dude.
debate if you can't talk to people, Curve? Your
Every other
mic's
cunt's
fucking awful as
interrupt me,
well.
But I'm the only one that gets muted.
If you don't debate,
All you do is talk and say you don't have any answers. You can't debate.
What was
Shut
that?
the fuck up.
Sorry, what was that? Your mic's shit.
I heard him clearly,
You're
man.
shit.
It's clear got a question
All,
or
all you guys
over.
keep doing is saying-
What is it now?
all
I
you
was
guys
told to
respond
shut
with,
up.
Clear,
Now
shut
you
up.
guys want me to
Clear,
talk?
stop doing it. All he said was all you guys keep responding with is that you don't have the answer. He said you can't debate for that reason. So whenever Curve just brought something up just now, if you didn't notice, Cleary just started talking shit.
I couldn't
That was the
understand what he
response.
was saying. His mic's shit.
I heard it. I heard him.
I think everyone else heard it.
What did he say then? What was his? Was it a valid point?
Flat Earthers don't answer questions. They can't explain anything on the globe Earth. They just want to live their pipe dream. Then we ask them any question, then they can't explain it.
Right? Who's the flat earther?
Okay.
Jake.
Like I said, Coach Joe, we hit a standstill. Can we maybe hear from Cleary a question about the globe?
Yeah, I already asked you one time, freaking idiot.
I didn't hear it. I didn't
Is
hear
there
it because
documented,
Curve was
measured-
talking.
Do you have any documented, measured, recorded curvature of your ball?
There we go. There we go,
Yes.
Cleary. Nice.
Trigonometrical survey. 103
come on,
years.
show it to
Yep.
me.
I gave you the links before.
You know how much shit's throwing through this chat here? I don't even know.
How long you been here? Can't you just search your name?
Are they
So you got it.
cited points for triangles, right?
Search my name and search today. You'll find your name. You're the
So you
last
have
person I
documented,
spoke
recorded curvature that's been measured?
Yes,
103
Larry
years.
Scott.
Okay,
Larry
how
Scott.
did you measure that?
Yes, Larry Scott.
103 years.
How did you measure it?
Larry Scott shows a sagitta of 8 miles between.
Larry Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet he does.
Sorry, a sagitta of 8 miles.
8 miles.
Okay, so where's the horizontal on that point?
It's measured in 3D coordinates.
In 3D
Using
coordinates.
GPS.
Okay, so he's measured it with GPS.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
At 3 points. And the thing that was interesting about it is that he measures both ends and then the middle, and the distance between the two ends is shorter than the distance from the middle to the two ends.
Oh, you guys believe everything.
Sorry.
Moyak,
Say that again.
No end to your patience with these people.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
There's no end to it.
Can you say that again, please?
No, I think somebody
the
else
distance from the
video
two ends is less.
Guys have a tailor-made education program for them. Otherwise, there's no way. You cannot teach trigonometry on fucking Discord to these people that don't.
Yeah,
even
now people just speaking up and just saying nonsense. Like,
who was that then?
Stop speaking up just to say nothing, guys.
I'm a tough guy for telling you the truth.
Yeah, I know who you are. Tough guy. Oh, let's go to the Flat Earth Convention and get in a fucking fight.
Why don't you guys DM about that?
Is this chemo approved talk? Because I don't see him
it's
getting
not. It's not, Chris. You guys can DM about that later, okay?
Right, but
I took a measurement. I posted in the chat too. So you guys read that when you get a chance. It's gonna move far away now. I'm bringing up
something.
Stay on topic, guys. Don't say anything unless you're staying on topic for now, guys. It's getting real annoying. But
there was no topic when I brought it up. The only reason I was getting muted is because I was highlighting something that Chemo did that was wrong.
It's not a topic. We can talk about that later. There's other people in here who don't want to talk
and
about
then when I bring it up later, it won't be the topic. And I'll bring it up later, it won't be the topic.
I've got a question for Bev. One topic. I've got a question for Bev. One topic. Just everyone, just calm down. Bev, is plumb vertical?
Yes.
If plumb is vertical, why isn't horizontal level?
It is.
It's what the hell kind of question is that?
It's perpendicular to the vertical, right?
You keep saying horizontal is not level.
No, I
plumb.
No, I think you've got that wrong, right?
He's just playing.
Who is this guy?
Nobody can be that stupid.
Can't be the same thing.
Fucking bad.
Jeez. Well done.
Come on.
horizontal and level, right? So horizontal is perpendicular to vertical.
Yes.
Plumb is perpendicular to level.
Yeah.
If vertical is plumb and they're both the same thing, then horizontal has to be vertical. I mean, horizontal has to be level.
Yeah.
You can't even fake the joke now. Just stop, Branch, please.
No, his logic is sound.
Yeah, what's up with that?
No, he's just making Bev go on about horizontal and level because he knows how much it annoys everyone.
No, that was perfect.
And then I'll be quiet. I'm going to say this and I'll be quiet. I'll tell you why it was on topic. The reason it was on topic. The reason it was on topic was because
Chris, we don't care. We don't care.
Hold on, Kosho.
We're in the middle of something.
I'm going to say. I said I'm going to say this, and I'll be quiet. The reason it was on topic is because Brian was spamming the chat at the time. That was on topic. It was happening at that time.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Just get it all out of your system, man.
All right, Bev.
Okay, so
Bev, you seem to have a lot of questions about how that test was done or how that measurement was done. I just posted it for you.
Okay, so Bev, a horizontal
Don't you
is level.
start, Branch.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
I can't handle you,
Please.
Branch.
It's just not helping, man. We're trying to get to the end of Cleary's understanding, or lack of.
Branch does not go for understanding.
Branch is doing all right. It's cool.
Just putting digs in.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He's the master. Here we go again.
I've still yet to have any flat earther.
You can't even stop laughing.
Go ahead, Jake.
I'd like a flat earther to explain what creates the pressure gradient on the flat Earth.
So stupid.
Why is there a pressure gradient on the flat Earth? I really want to know.
Me too.
What's the
I've explained this to you guys multiple times.
No, we need to hear from
There's one
Cleary.
flat earther at a time.
He's the smart one.
Yeah, let's make some shit up and call it gravity, and it holds the air down. Yeah,
gotta get going, guys. Ranty's doing a thing with Rumpus.
Percentage, hold on.
Rumpus is doing an experiment, isn't he? He's over at Ranty's, so I think we'll get going and have a go at that. All right. See you later, guys. We're out of here.
Hold on for the craziness, then make fun of the craziness, and then talk about the craziness.
You just ruined it, so.
Done.
Yeah.
They love me over there. That's great.
Yeah, let's make some shit up. I'm just listening into the last bit.
They don't really love me. Well, actually, maybe they do.
Yeah. Well, I've recorded all of that.